Chef. This film really is a product of its time. Hello there, namaste. So the movie Chef really is, it can only be a period piece because it takes advantage of the fact that social media was on the rise and taco trucks were on the rise. For me, I remember when this film came out, I was confused as to why everyone was praising this thing, a movie about a taco truck. I grew up in a lower house, like not a lower household, but like a smaller town. And of course, being half Hispanic, I would always go to taco trucks for more authentic food. I grew up eating that for decades. And then for some reason, while I was living in San Francisco, like about to leave, this huge boom of taco trucks had an uprise in the white community. People were making hamburgers, people were making like sushi or whatever it may have been. They were making it in a taco truck. And for some reason, this had this huge explosion online. And for me, that was just weird. It was uncomfortable. It was like, this is something that's been around for decades already. Why is it so special now that white people have decided to co-opt what Hispanics were primarily doing for decades already? But of course, it also capitalizes on the fact that, well, not many people knew what, like even to me, I still don't know how to utilize Twitter, X, which in this movie is still Twitter at that point in time. I think it's about 10 years old now, maybe more so. I don't know. I just watched the film, but I was living in San Francisco or about to leave San Francisco when this film came out. That's why for me, it's like, I can remember where I was at least when the film came out, not so much what time it was. But you follow a chef who literally has a review. He wants to change his menu for the reviewer, do something new, do something special. And then the owner of the restaurant tells him, no, we're doing the same old thing because it's worked for a decade. We're going to continue doing the same menu. And then he gets up in an uproar with the reviewer because the reviewer's tired of eating the same thing at that restaurant because he wanted something new, wanted something unique for over a decade. The chef hasn't improved his menu whatsoever. So of course the chef gets upset. The chef loses his job because he gets on a online war with this person when he thought he was privately messaging someone, and however Twitter works, you send out an entire tweet for everyone to see. And he loses his job. And his wife, apparently her ex-husband, somehow has a hold of a taco truck, which I don't, why not just get one for yourself? Why do you have to go to your wife's ex-husband? I was literally just there to have the humor of Robert Downey Jr., who was very popular at the time, especially since Jon Favreau is the chef and he was making Iron Man. So of course, bring in the one you cast as Iron Man to play the ex-boyfriend or ex-husband of your ex-wife. But yeah, that whole entire sequence just was weird. It was like, why is this here? This served no purpose. But the story is incredibly simple. The chef doesn't spend much time with his son, and he gets this opportunity during the summer as he goes to visit his ex-wife's ex-husband, confusing, and get a taco truck from him, and then drive it all the way from Florida back to California? Or wherever they were living. I can't remember. And they have a good father-son bonding time. His old sous chef is willing to do anything for him, quits his old job to join him in a taco truck where they're not making any money. It doesn't make any sense to me, especially when he got a promotion after the chef was fired. But like I've been saying throughout this entire review, this film is really a product of its time. It was the 10-year-old son that knew more about social media, who promoted his father, who allowed his father to get his name out there, who got the reviewer from before, who actually does like the chef, but because of their online war, he couldn't do anything to help him, goes to eat at the taco truck, enjoys the food, then promises to sponsor him and give him his own restaurant, which is weird because I thought this was about the big boom of taco trucks in San Francisco, where I was living. I was thinking it was gonna be about that, but no, you get a taco truck in order to open your own restaurant. You know, you lose your job at a restaurant, you open a taco truck, you utilize the taco truck to influence or to show off your food to an influencer who will give you money to open a new restaurant for yourself. I mean, it makes no sense to me. The film was just very a product of its time. It felt so old. It felt so dated. It's not like one of those films you can go back and watch and always enjoy because it really is a product of its time. I know I've said that way too many times. I'm not going to add a counter, but if I've added a counter, I'd probably say 7, 8, or 9 times I've said that. But yeah, I don't know. It's a very simplistic film. It's feel good, but so simple that it's not feel. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really recommend it for anyone because it's so old now. It's so dated that it doesn't feel timeless. If you're looking for a period piece, I guess that would be it. It's not like one of those classic films which literally have a story that's relevant to this day. No, it's one of those that's so dated that you can tell how dated it is because of, well, the context, the subject matter, everything going on in the film. Thank y'all for watching. If you've seen this film, what did you think? Have you seen it since it first came out? The first time you saw it, was it during the big boom of social media and taco trucks, or was it after the fact? And do you have more of a feeling if I do? Because this is something I'm curious about. Because me watching, I never saw it when it first came out. I watched it after the fact, and I'm just like, yeah, this is way past. I mean, when I first watched it, if I first watched it when it came out, I would have been confused as to why the taco truck is such a big focus when the taco truck is something that I've always, but it's not that big of a deal. I think it's the social media and that they just tried to jump on the hype with this film. Other than that, I'm curious what everyone else thinks about this film. I didn't really care for it. It's a very of its time. Thank y'all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles.
You guys got a video? That was so bad.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Wait on that.